Hello and welcome to the TMZ Podcast. I'm Charlie Cotton.
I'm Charlie Neff.
And today we got big news from someone who harks from where I'm from.
Oh.
Hugh Jackman,
Yes.
maybe the most famous Aussie. He
and
has...
was eligible bachelor.
Well, not a bachelor anymore.
Uh-oh.
He has officially debuted his romance with Broadway star Sutton Foster,
who he was actually in a play with.
He was in a musical with
Yep.
a few years back. So we'll talk about that. Hulk Hogan, he appeared at WWE Raw last night, and he was met with a chorus of boos.
Yeah, you thought he would have been embraced, but that was not the case.
And finally, we'll talk about the Britney Spears biopic that's in the works.
Forgot about that.
Everyone's pretty excited about it because the guy who made Wicked is making the Britney Spears musical movie. It probably will be awesome.
It could be amazing, and he was asked about it on the red carpet.
And asked about who should play Britney.
Yes.
Ooh,
what
interesting.
a tease. What a
Ooh.
tease.
To begin with, though,
Wait, by the way, if you guys have any comments about any of these topics, we are live, right?
We're live.
Cotton?
we're live.
We're live, so don't forget to drop any of your comments about any of the stories, about us, about the podcast, about our long-forgotten mascot, the
TMZ
cockroach. I don't know where it is.
R.I.P.
All right, let's get into it.
Hugh Jackman confirms his romance with Sutton Foster. This is really interesting because Hugh was with his wife, Deborah Lee Furness, for 27 years. They had 2 adopted kids. And Sutton Foster...
And a divorce.
And a divorce. Well, yeah. But he was with her for 27 years. Sutton was with her husband, Ted Griffin, a screenwriter from Ocean's 11 and stuff, for 10 years.
Yep.
So late last year, Hugh filed for divorce from his wife in September. And then in October, Sutton filed divorce from her husband. And there was all these rumors. They had met on The Music Man, Broadway musical.
In 2022.
And so there were all these rumors that these guys were having an affair.
Yeah.
There was crossover.
I mean, they spoke about each other like glowingly. Like she talked about him saying he's like the best to work with, like just boasted about like working with Hugh Jackman, which I mean could be just friendly work conversations. Like I would say like, oh, Charlie Cotton's such a joy.
Yeah, but you got a crush on me.
Okay. Yeah.
They almost like when you saw like video of them together, like just like on set or whatever, it was kind of like these guys are meant to be. It was kind of the opposite of Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni when you saw them on set.
Yeah, right.
When they hate each other. You saw these ones, they've got chemistry. And looking at these photos we got last night of them strolling to dinner in Santa Monica, they love each other.
I mean, I feel like it's so hard to be the spouse of somebody that's an actor and in the entertainment industry because we've heard so many times where an actor will be cast in a new movie and they're paired up with this beautiful woman or man or whatever. And then because of your role, you're usually having to pretend or act like you're falling in love with this person and you want that chemistry. So you're convincing yourself you're in love and then you end up being in love.
Totally.
And we hear so many times like, you know, Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt, they met on the set of Mr. and Mrs. Smith and Brad was with Jen Aniston at the time. And, you know, there was rumors that him and Angie fell in love on set. And it's like, there's so many of
that
these
worked
stories.
out so well. It worked out so well.
Hey, you know what? They had 6 kids.
6 kids?
A long marriage.
They did. No, 2-year marriage, actually.
Jen, you mean...
Brad and Angelina, 2 years marriage, yeah.
Oh, that's right. They were together for a long time.
Oh, you're talking about Deborah and Hugh Jackman?
No.
Well, they were together 27 years. That's a success.
That is a success.
But, I mean, Deborah would not like looking at these photos. Deborah, who was, like, stuck by his side, like, both of their
probably
partners...
knows Sutton.
Oh, yeah, she's liked some of her photos and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And, you know, reports are people kind of knew that these guys were, like, had a thing for each other and God knows what else.
Alleged.
Yeah,
It's definitely
allegedly.
possible they fancied each other, but never like stepped out on their spouses.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean...
And then later we're like, let's revisit this.
I love this for Hugh.
Do you?
Yeah. I mean, he seems so happy and joyful stepping out with Sutton. And it's not like he went for a younger piece. She's about to turn 50.
Oh, okay.
He's 56.
Yeah, that's perfect. then.
Age appropriate. It's not like he's just like trying to like get out of a relationship and go and get some
Right.
strange.
It's funny because he was only a bachelor for like a couple months, it felt like, because remember he stepped out with Ryan Reynolds and
Yeah.
Blake Lively, like he's friendly with them, and he was solo at some events that they went to, and then now he's taken. He's off the market. That was fast.
I feel like there probably wasn't any, time where he was single. Like
You think he was already like
clearly
had
got-
his eye on her?
they clearly got out of their marriages to be with each other. Like they both divorced
No,
at
I
the
don't
same
know that
time.
clearly. Maybe it's just the marriages, came to a close and they were like, I'm interested.
Maybe you're right. Maybe it's so innocent.
It could be innocent.
But good luck to him, man. I hope we see more of these two.
Is she Aussie?
No, she's American.
Does that make you sad?
That he isn't with an Aussie.
I guess
No.
you're an Aussie with an American.
Yeah, we're coming over here. We're taking the best of your women.
Oh. Poor
Okay.
Johnny.
Poor Johnny. Poor Johnny. Okay, on to our next story. WWE was last night, and Hulk Hogan, who's like the legend.
Like an icon in WWE.
He was booed. He was
Yeah.
booed by the crowd. Let's have a listen to some of those boos now.
Maniacs, I've been in this business for over 40 years, and the greatest part of my life.
Wow.
So you want to speculate about why he was booed?
Yeah, I mean, some people are thinking that it's because he had been endorsing Trump and spoke at the rally. And, obviously this was in LA,
Mm.
which is known to be very liberal. But at the same time, like, I feel like that audience is very Republican. So I also don't think that was the case. I know that's what people are guessing, but there are a ton of Republicans in LA. And I feel like that would be the audience
I agree with you.
in WWE.
Another,
So what do you think it is? Do you think it's his character being booed?
I think because he's kind of openly racist.
Oh, like this allegation or whatever happened like 20 years ago, right?
Well, no, I mean,
but that
yeah.
hasn't really followed
He said the
him.
N-word. No, he said like, yeah, I'm a little bit racist. So what? He said
But
stuff
wasn't
like,
that years ago? Like he's had a career since, hasn't he? Like why would it come around years later?
I think people just don't like him because he said a slew of racist things, not just
But
one
then-
slip.
Okay, well I guess it kind of like
He said multiple racist things, which build
right, but
a profile
years
as a
ago,
racist.
right? And
But
he's had a career since. So
No,
then
not a
why
career
would
since.
people-
He was already
hasn't?
he's already a retired wrestler. You know, these
He
all.
spoke at a Trump rally.
Well, yeah, I mean, racists get billed at the Trump rally. But also, this was in Inglewood,
Yeah. Oh.
famously black area of LA. I mean, for a sort of known racist to be sort of stepping out and like, hey, everyone.
I don't know. I agree with that.
Okay.
Only because he has been at events since that.
But
And-
has he
and
been,
this
like-
is the first time we've seen him booed.
Yeah, but this is at a public event that isn't for Trump. The rest of the time, he was only speaking to MAGA, who only cheer. This would have a few MAGA for sure because MAGA seems to like WWE and UFC. But I don't know. I think a few might have trickled in from Inglewood or just surrounding LA area and not be a big fan of his. Still, I'm surprised to see him booed at
Yeah,
big
no,
event.
it is surprising, and I definitely want to hear what his theory is.
Yeah, it's like you getting booed at like a TMZ convention.
Oh,
You know what I
that'd
mean?
be Sad.
Well, that would be like bizarre. Like, what has Charlie said in her
Oh
past?
God, they're gonna go through my Twitter, my old
Yeah.
tweets.
Ashton Kutcher was there.
Yeah, it was star-studded.
Macaulay Culkin, Nikki Bella, baby reindeer guy.
Baby reindeer guy.
Yeah, he was there.
Nikki Bella, her first like red carpet appearance since like finalizing her divorce from Artem Chigvintsev.
She's stunning.
She's stunning.
Yeah, she probably found
Lots
a
of
new guy there.
divorces in 2024. Lots of splits, huh?
And 2025 is going to be the year of reconciliation.
You think so?
Nah, probably not.
Oh, okay.
Okay, on to our last story. Britney Spears is going to be involved in her biopic.
Yeah. So do you remember there was like word a while back that John Chu, who was the guy that put together Wicked,
Mhm.
he was taking on the Britney Spears biopic, and they got like musical rights from Universal to do all of Britney's music. And we did some stories. Like I spoke to Felicia, who is Britney Spears' old assistant. Everybody knows Felicia if you're a Britney fan.
Is that right?
Yes. And Felicia had said that she wanted Emma Roberts to star as Britney.
Okay.
Well, anyway, so John M. Chu was obviously at the Golden Globes on Sunday because he was there for Wicked. And he was asked on the red carpet about the biopic for Britney, like, where is it at? And he said, I haven't really started anything fully yet, but she, meaning Britney, will be very involved in this. I have ideas and things and an approach, but it's still very early. So I love it because the reporter asked what I would have asked. It's like, who do you want?
Yes.
Do you want a no-name girl to play Britney? Or do you want like a starlet? Like people are throwing out Sabrina Carpenter, Emma Roberts, you know, those kind of people.
Sydney Sweeney.
Sydney Sweeney. And he basically said, look, we're not sure yet what direction we're going with. So we'll kind of figure that out.
He said we're listening to the fans though. He said like, we are looking at whose fans want to cast as Britney.
Yeah.
And I think Britney might get a little say as well. You know,
totally.
She won't have veto rights, but I mean, if she says on her Instagram, I really want Sydney Sweeney to play me.
Yeah.
I think that might be the choice.
I don't think Britney knows who Sydney Sweeney is.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm. Britney, from what I was told from the conversation I had with her old assistant, Felicia, who, by the way, was by her side from the beginning until like years into her career, she had told me that Emma Roberts, Britney would have liked her or would like her.
They don't look the same.
I mean, I could kind of see it. After I felt the same as well, but then when I kind of looked with fresh eyes at Emma Roberts, I was like, okay. I mean, Sydney Sweeney looks nothing like Britney Spears. Nothing.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because she's blonde, you think, oh, blonde and blonde.
Yeah, kind of.
No.
Same.
But also Natalie Portman. I guess
what?
Britney's a huge fan of Natalie Portman.
Isn't Natalie Portman older than Britney Spears currently?
Well, but that's the thing. We don't know what era this is.
Yes, we do. Isn't it the pieces that she's covering her memoir?
He said he doesn't know. He said because the reporter was like, what era? Are we talking young Britney? Are we talking current Britney? And so this reporter did a great job. And he was like, we don't know. So it could be anytime.
Natalie Portman could play like the shaved Britney Spears head with the umbrella poking at the paparazzi.
Yeah, but if Britney's heavily involved, I don't know if she's going to want that in there.
No, she won't. But then it's just not even a biopic. It's just going to be like a...
But isn't that every biopic that a celebrity has a hand in?
Yeah, that's true.
Like their own biopic, they always kind of put like a very sugar-coated version.
Yeah, I do my biopic and cast Jason Momoa. You know what I mean?
You and Jason Momoa. Jason Momoa would eat you for breakfast.
He probably could. I'm a snack. I'm a snack. All right, let's get to your comments now. Take it away, Charlie.
So for the Hugh Jackman story about him moving on, Starduster said Hugh and Sutton do look like a good couple. They do, and they look very happy.
The look of love in their eyes.
I know, I love it.
Yeah.
Do you ever, I know this is so bad, and hopefully your wife's not listening, but like, we're both married, right?
Right.
Do you ever think like those moments when you were like on a first date or like in a fresh love, like that feeling of like excitement, which like no longer exists because we're married?
Wow. I hope Johnny's not listening.
Johnny's definitely not listening. So let's have an unfiltered conversation.
But did you and Johnny have like all those like flirty romantic? I don't see you or Johnny
when we
as
were
like
in high school, right? Like I met him in high school, so it's been like what 20 years? Like my 20-year high school anniversary is this year.
Wow.
I am dating myself. Oh my god.
If you're pining away for that feeling, then it's not a good sign.
I'm not pining away for it, but I definitely think about it. Like you watch a romantic movie, like a romance, like a rom-com, and you're like, ooh,
I don't think about it. I don't think about it.
Okay, Charlie's wife watches and listens to this podcast.
Sometimes she does.
So we're getting...
I actually don't. I mean, I'm happy to be settled.
You're
I'm
supposed
happy
to say that you still get those
I
feelings.
do.
Okay,
Definitely. Okay, more comments.
Justin said, I'm not judging anyone for finding love at work or on set as long as you're not messy or making an issue at work / or hashtag could work. I don't think you should date people in the workplace. I'm against it.
Do you think we ever could have fallen in love back in the day?
Nope.
Back when we first met?
Nope, absolutely not. I heard you had the hots for me.
No.
Actually, I will say there's a lot of guys here that told me later on they had a crush on me.
Oh.
Devin Rawls.
And then they got to know you.
Rude. And then they found out I was wildly taken and uninterested.
Okay.
For the Britney Spears story, Amy Morgan said Sabrina Carpenter for Britney role.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling it. Miss Courtney Renee said, as a teenager in the 90s, I'm excited for this. Charlie should play Britney. Ooh.
I could see that.
I think I did it again.
Oh.
How's that sound? I could do all the songs.
You could actually play Lynn Spears.
What the hell? Okay, first of all, Lynn looks nothing like Britney.
I don't know. I just love doing these old jokes.
I know, you're so mean. I mean, call me the grandma at this point.
Yeah.
A couple of miscellaneous comments from you guys. Skywalker0526 said, I hope Hot Charlie will be on. Which one is Hot Charlie?
Interesting. We'll have to decide.
You got girls back in your day.
Oh, big time.
I remember we went to that like Wilhelmina model party. Remember that?
I was
all the girls were into
stallion.
you.
I'm an Aussie in LA on a TV show. Yeah. I got some girls.
The accent got like old real fast.
Okay.
Kevin said, if you're really live, please say chicken soup. Chicken soup.
Chicken soup.
Okay.
Chicken soup.
Serena said, love listening to you guys daily, and my favorite is hearing Wild's laugh off screen. Wow.
Let's hear a big laugh for the audience, Wild.
Oh, Wild does have a really good laugh and a really good smile.
I've often thought we should mic these guys. We should
We
hear some more laugh.
Branson's like, absolutely not.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Was that a good episode or what?
I
It was
don't know.
fine.
Was it?
Middling. It was better than average.
Yeah, okay. Is anyone else listening aside from this?
Probably not. Okay. Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow.